French expat government critic deported after being denied entry into Thailand via Phuket. Last year he was told by the Immigration Bureau in Bangkok that his visa was already cancelled and he was to be deported. He has now been put on a blacklist by security agencies as a threat to national security. Controversial French national Jan-Eric Marchal was left desperately seeking consular assistance from the French embassy on Saturday after he was denied entry into Thailand as authorities put into effect a deportation order against him. The Frenchman, who has family in Thailand and has been resident in the kingdom for 18 years, has been a controversial figure on social media since 2019. He is known for his critical stance against the current Thai establishment. Jan-Eric Marchal, right, the French games developer who has a business in Thailand with a wife and 2 children, has a 600,000-strong following on his TikTok channel. He became controversial in 2019 when a video clip mocking the former military junta went viral. A French national who claimed he was the subject of a deportation order in 2020 has been denied entry to Thailand after landing on a flight from France on Saturday. He has now been deported after catching a flight from Bangkok to Paris the same evening. An order against 48-year-old Jan-Eric Marchal over the weekend was confirmed by Immigration Bureau Deputy Commissioner, Police Major General Ajay Krathong, who, on Saturday, revealed that the Frenchman is listed on several blacklists by a number of security agencies. Taken into custody pending deportation, the Immigration Bureau officer confirmed that Mr. Marchal was being flown to Suvarnabhumi Airport, where the process of deporting him from Thailand was to commence. The Frenchman had made efforts, on Saturday, while in Phuket, to make contact with the French embassy seeking assistance. He says he was handed a notice by an Immigration Bureau officer in Phuket which explained why he was being refused admission to the kingdom, declaring him a threat to national security. Because of this, officials at Phuket International Airport refused his re-entry when he got off the flight. Incident in early November 2020 when he was told his visa was cancelled and that he faced deportation. A Frenchman was told in early November last year that he was being deported after his visa to stay in Thailand, where he had lived for 17 years, was cancelled and that he was to be deported. Officials later denied this and said there had been a misunderstanding about the affair, which began on the 2nd of November 2020 when Mr. Marchal went to an Immigration Bureau office in central Bangkok to transfer his visa to a new passport. Developer made critical anti-government comments at the height of the October 2020 disturbances in Bangkok which embroiled the royal family. The foreign man, a games developer who has 2 Thai children, was told his visa was cancelled after police investigated him concerning his online activity in October last during violent demonstrations in Bangkok which embroiled the royal family. Protester charged with harming the Queen's liberty claims innocence after his arrest on Friday in Bangkok. One of the incidents that Mr. Marchal commented on via Facebook involved the arrest of several men who are believed to have impeded a car carrying the Queen on the 14th of October 2020 when it got caught up in a demonstration near Government House. "I'm emotionally okay, but I have to think about what to do next." Frenchman's reaction to his threatened deportation last year. After a routine immigration visit last year, when he was threatened with deportation, he appeared unprepared for the development. "I knew there was a risk," he told reporters then. "I'm emotionally okay, but I have to think about what to do next. An officer told me that I would be deported. The reason given was my Facebook activity. I could see that he had a file with a detailed report on my posts, although he did not let me read the details." The Frenchman was at the center of controversy, also a year earlier, in 2019, when he published a humorous video poking fun at the National Council for Peace and Order, the former military junta, which went viral and was viewed over 1 million times. 34-second video clip in 2019 led to a visit by plainclothes police and an apology by the Frenchman. The 34-second video clip targeted a song penned by Thai Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha on the theme of bringing happiness to Thailand. This led to Marchal being visited by plainclothes police who ordered him to remove the clip, and he later revealed he had also tendered an apology. It is reported that Mr. Marchal flew to Suvarnabhumi Airport on Saturday to board a plane that evening back to France. It is understood that Mr. Marchal, despite his flight home, may still appeal the order denying him access and consequent deportation back from Thailand to France. The 1979 Immigration Act allows a 48-hour period to make such an appeal to a competent official, which must be decided in 7 days. However, it is not clear if such a motion would have any standing. The Frenchman told the media that his wife and 2 children live in Thailand and that he has a business in the kingdom. The incident is unusual, says his lawyer. He told reporters that he was certain he had been barred from the country because of his anti-establishment exploits on social media over the past few years. His lawyer Nathasiri Bergman, a director of the Human Rights Lawyers Association in Thailand, said that the situation was unusual. It was her understanding that blacklisting and deportation were actions reserved for foreigners who overstayed their visa or committed egregious breaches of immigration regulations, including being convicted of criminal offences. Normally, with an administrative order like this, the individual being denied entry should be told who he has been accused by, and why he has been deemed a threat to the society and should not be allowed in. There should be an opportunity for explanation, explained Ms. Nathasiri. Mr. Marshall's activity online has led to him developing a channel on the Chinese-based social media site TikTok, where he now has a large fan base of over 600,000 followers.